One of the greatest creative minds of our time, David Ogilvy, had once said that a good ad is one that sells the product without drawing attention to itself. But what a recent Zomato ad did was exactly the opposite of that. Now, the food delivery platform has been served a notice by the National Commission for Scheduled Caste, NCSE, for its recent advertisement that was seen as derogatory and casteist. Now, this was a week after the food delivery service withdrew the ad after receiving backlash over its portrayal of kachra. Now, kachra here is not some household waste that they were talking about. They actually showed a person, incidentally the same actor, who played the role of kachra in the award-winning movie Lagan, and showed him doing a lot of tasks as an inanimate object like a table or a potted plant. Now, this ad that was actually meant to promote the message of recycling ended up upsetting a lot of people, particularly Bahujan groups, because they felt it was actually dehumanizing and humiliating Dalits. If you remember, Lagan, one of India's official entries to the Oscars, had shown Kachra as a person of the marginalized caste, playing a pivotal role in the victory of the cricket team in the movie. Many Dalit experts who lashed out against Zomato ad also said that the way the character was portrayed in the movie was also problematic, but what Zomato did was demeaning Dalits because it normalized such behavior. Now, what is this? Why is this issue so important? Zomato has already taken down the ad and it has been almost a week. Some say that advertising is not equipped to show all truth of a reality. But the controversy here has shown that advertising is often tone deaf and invisibilizes a social context, which is why brands and businesses need to address the issue of caste better. It has forced us to ask a few questions as to when movies and OTT shows have started showing at least some prominent characters from marginalized groups, and when tech giants in the US are also showing some inclination to understand caste, why is advertising not being more representative? Many ads in the past have also come under scrutiny for their insensitive portrayal of Dalit characters and Dalit issues. For instance, an electronics maker a few years ago was deeply criticized on showing a suicide and talking about merit right after Rohit Vemula's death. A professor of sociology at IIT Bombay, Suryakant Vagmore, feels that the advertising industry is not trained in the basics of Indian society, and advertisement of Zomato should actually serve as a case study on how not to be creative. Paul Divakar, another prominent Dalit activist, has also said that there is very little about Dalit culture or aspirations shown in Indian advertising, and there should be a conscious effort to be more inclusive. Now, probably the most important piece of advice has come from Sumit Maskar, who teaches at the Jindal School of Government and Public Policy, who said that corporate India thinks caste diversity is in terms of inefficiency, and that it's important to get out of that mindset. And companies need to make a conscious effort to include people who belong to socially marginalized groups, and also facilitate an office environment where people are comfortable talking about everyday discrimination. So the Zomato ad saga is a wake-up call for corporate India, for brands and businesses address our social context better.